Oh. Hey guys, I'm Logan Jackson and we're live here at Richland Bombers Class of 2018 graduation. Now I'm here with our principal Tim Prano and he has a few words.
Class of 2018 was an incredible class. We've had over 445 graduates this year, almost 90% of our class. They've earned $4.2 million in scholarships. We have 14 kids going off to serve in the military, and they won championship after championship. And we, of course, with great leadership as our president here, Logan Jackson.
I'm so excited to spend the next hour and a half today with 475 of my closest friends, and go Bombers!
Go Bombers! Good. All right.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is McKenna Wakely, and I'm the senior class president. Will you please rise and direct your attention to the flag on the stage while our senior choir sings the national anthem?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Thank you. You may be seated. On behalf of the class of 2018, I would like to welcome all school board members, our superintendents, Richland High School staff, friends, family, and graduates. I would like to introduce our first valedictorian and class speaker, Sidney Campton.
Coming into high school, I had lots of expectations, most of which came from TV shows or movies about high schoolers. I'm sure we all know the media doesn't always portray high school as accurately as it should. For example, it doesn't show the hours spent each day procrastinating homework, or that a typical Friday night isn't spent at a giant party at a mansion, but instead binge watching Netflix on the couch with a pizza. But those aren't the only aspects of high school life that the media doesn't always portray. It doesn't show that all it takes is one teacher to turn a student's life around. It doesn't show that based simply on one teacher's interest in a student's future, it can turn them from a soon-to-be dropout to an A student. Many of us know a teacher who has significantly impacted our lives, whether it's by showing us that we do have what it takes to succeed, or by providing us with the resources to do so. These teachers and staff members will be people we will remember forever, and I want to thank every single one of them for helping all of us through the challenges of high school and enabling us to be here to graduate today. Thank you for all of your irreplaceable inspiration and guidance. And now it is my privilege to introduce the next class speaker, Claire Shave.
Hi, class of 2018. Happy to be here. I think these so generously gifted 90 seconds would best be spent sharing what I have actually learned in high school, apart from the school stuff. Through the years, my parents have given me some admittedly pretty bad advice. A few years ago, I went shopping for my first car, and my dad, he prepped me beforehand. He told me, Claire, never buy the first car you test drive, and you don't have to act like you like one. So a few minutes into the test drive of the first car, he turns around and he's like, Claire, I like this one. So we bought the first car we test drove, and it turned out okay, but that was quite the experience. It kind of went against everything I've ever been taught, but it worked out okay. Some of my parents' more recent advice, though well-meaning, resulted in a memorable senior year. They said to me, date this guy. He's a starter model. They said, it'll be fun, they said. Well, guess what? I'm gonna let you guess how that one ended. The past 4 years have presented us with the dilemma of epic proportions. what to do with our lives. Despite our parents' best efforts to answer this question for us, sometimes the true answer is elusive. In all seriousness, we are not all going on to cure cancer or win a Nobel Prize or be vastly wealthy. If this is your definition of success, then you are doomed to a life of perceived failure. I am convinced that success can be defined by how you touch the lives around you. You don't need to be smart, pretty, wealthy, thin, or educated, or use big words like bifurcated to make a difference in the lives of the people around you. So go through life and just try to make it better in your own little way. Be nice to people, stand up for what you believe in, and respect those around you. You all have the ability to change your little part of the world, and that is enough. A wise man by the name Forrest Gump once said, "I'm not a smart man, but I know what love is." I hope that we all are lucky in this short lifetime to know what love is. Thank you. It is my pleasure to introduce the next class valedictorian, Vincent Johnson.
First off, I'd like to thank my friends and my teachers and my family, especially my parents, for helping me and supporting me throughout this time at Richland High School. It has been a great time these past 4 years with all of you, and I just want to say that thinking of the future can be daunting because it's something unknown. We don't know what will happen in the future, and in general, we don't want to experience something extremely unfamiliar, and we want things to go our way. But there will be ups and downs in each of our journeys, wherever our paths take us, because that's just how life is. But just remember that any obstacle encountered, familiar or unfamiliar, can be overcome. Thank you, and see you later, class of 2018. Now I'd like to introduce the next class speaker, Sammy Cervantes.
First of all, I'd like to thank you all here for taking time out of your schedule to come watch us graduate. Now, if you had told me 4 years ago that I'd be right here in front of you giving this very speech, I never would have believed you. But as time passed and I was still chilling with this 4.0, I realized I'd have to come up here and say something to you guys. I figured I'd come up here with an inspirational, life-changing speech that everyone would remember. And after 4 years of very hard work, I made it up here and now I'm giving this speech. Unfortunately, I guess all this hard work only warrants a 90-second speech. So I thought, what should I do with my 90 seconds? And then it hit me. You can't really do anything worthwhile with 90 seconds, so I figured I'd come up here and ramble on and waste as much of it as possible. Nevertheless, I'd like to take the remaining time to thank my parents. I never would have made it here without you guys. And all the teachers who helped me along the way. And who can forget about the boys? I love you guys. And finally, congratulations, class of 2018. We made it. It is now my pleasure to introduce your next class valedictorian, Kyle Corrigan.
Hey, you Bombers. Today is the day we have all been dreaming of since we were little kids. As we counted down the days since we were tiny, obnoxious freshmen, each day was one to be proud of and cherish as we grew into the people we are today. In addition, each of those days gave me amazing friends I will never let go, knowledge I thank my phenomenal teachers for, a champion-like sports career thanks to my fantastic coaches and teammates, and a loving and supporting father, mother, sister, and grandparents who are always there for me. Finally, the best of all, Richland High gave memories and experiences over the past 4 years I won't ever forget. I'm so glad I chose to go to Richland High. I'm proud to be a Bomber, and and will forever bleed green and gold. Congratulations, class of 2018, the greatest class ever. It's Bomber time. Now, I would like to introduce the next class speaker, one of my best friends since we were 2 years old, Rachel Baumann.
Hello, everyone. First of all, I'd like to congratulate the entire class of 2018. Today, I'm going to teach you a lesson intended for first graders. This past year, I participated in the Careers in Education program that we have here at Richland High. I spent 2 class periods a day in a first grade classroom at Marcus Whitman Elementary School. These little 6- and 7-year-olds changed my life. In first grade, you're taught to be a bucket filler. While this might sound very, elementary, I think my first graders understand something that the rest of us grown-ups sometimes forget. The idea is that every person has a bucket. This bucket represents your confidence, your happiness, your sense of self, and your ability to give and receive kindness. Each person should set out to fill other people's buckets. My first graders demonstrated this by recognizing stellar work or improvement in their peers, by dishing out compliments to grateful teachers, and even by reassuring a friend that the intense Tri-City wind, although it looks dangerous through the window, would not sweep them up into the sky. As my first graders made a conscious effort every day to fill me up with happiness, I realized the difference that something as simple as kindness can make. As you move on to bigger endeavors, I challenge you to adopt this practice of being a bucket filler in hopes of building meaningful relationships and spreading kindness further than you can know. As Aesop once put it so perfectly, no act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. Thank you, Richland High, class of 2018, for all the kindness you have shown me throughout the years. Congratulations again, and best of luck to all. It is my pleasure to introduce the next speaker and one of the best bucket fillers I know, Caitlin Galavan.
It's not open. Oh, okay. All right. Good evening, class of 2018, and congratulations. All year, we've been anticipating this moment, but now that it's finally here, a lot of us, myself included, are not quite ready to say our goodbyes. 4 years ago today, I was sitting in this very audience, watching as my brother walked across the stage to receive his empty cardboard book. I never imagined how quickly the next 4 years would go by, and I definitely never envisioned myself leaving for college, saying goodbye to my family and friends only 4 days after completing my high school career. But life is unpredictable. As a wise man, Forrest Gump, once said, "Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get." But no matter what direction life takes us in, or how far off it may seem from our original plans, we must learn to welcome change and embrace new opportunities. By taking risks and pushing ourselves outside of our comfort zones, we are teaching ourselves to adapt to new situations. 4 years ago today, as a scared and uncertain freshman, I certainly never would have been able to stand in front of hundreds of people to deliver a speech. And although public speaking still terrifies me, standing up here today, I'm using this opportunity to learn and grow. As the next chapter of our lives unfolds, and we embark on new adventures, I encourage you all to become comfortable with being uncomfortable. We will all be venturing out into new waters, so break out of your shelves and try something new, no matter what the outcome may be. Thank you, class of 2018. It has been an amazing 4 years. I wish you the best. Next up, it is my great honor and privilege to introduce to you our next class valedictorian and a good friend of mine, the one and only Megan Calloway.
Okay, before I begin, I would like to thank my 2 amazing parents, the best little sister and friend I could ever ask for, my loving grandparents, and all of my family for supporting me in my dreams. I love y'all. Over the course of senior year, people always ask you questions. Where are you going next year? What is your major? Well, what can you do with that major? For a long time, I didn't know where I was going. I never expected to end up in another desert 1,200 miles from home, but I'll take the endless Arizona sunshine. One thing I've always known, though, is what I want to do. I want to be a high school math teacher. Sounds crazy, right? Why would a smart girl like me want to return back to high school to possibly teach the most dreaded subject on campus? Well, thankfully, to my teachers, they have inspired me to give back and help others like they have done for all of us here today. So thank you for that. Also, math is my favorite subject. Another crazy idea, right? The reason math is my favorite subject is because it is logical. 1 plus 1 is always 2, and when 2x equals 16, x will always be 8. In math, if you follow the rules and complete all the steps in the right order, you will always get the right answer. Life isn't like that, though. Sometimes you follow all the steps and still fall short of your goals. However, the opposite can also be true. You can do everything wrong and still somehow be right. Life just isn't logical. I've always been able to solve the tough math problems in class, but it was only recently that I partially figured out life's challenges. What I've learned about life is that you must always try your best, because if you work on a solution, you're at least doing your best. You never know when you might get the right answer. Thank you for a great 4 years, Richland. Go Bombers. Now, I am thankful to introduce the next class speaker and one of my best friends, Chloe Mitchell.
All right, so if you know me, you know that I could go on and on about High School Musical or Hannah Montana, but don't worry, tonight I will be focusing on something much more sophisticated and scholarly, Moana. Moana is a girl that has lived her whole life on the island of Motunui. She has never left the comfort of her island, but has always felt the call to go out on the sea and discover new horizons. So one day, she decides to. Through her trials and discouragements, Moana discovers that her ancestors and family are with her throughout her whole journey, reminding her of who she is and who she has the potential to become. We, as graduates of 2018, are like Moana. We've been in the comfort of our little island of Richland and haven't had much of a chance to venture into the open ocean yet. Whether we are going far away or staying close, all of us are moving on from high school, whether we like it or not. We are entering a time of self-discovery to find the kind of person we want to grow into. But one of the most important things as we change and progress is to remember where we came from. We are from Richland High School. We have a community that loves and supports us in all of our events and activities. We have teachers, parents, and friends that are the family and ancestors of our lives. Yes, we will learn a lot on our individual journeys, but ultimately, the most important lessons have already been taught to us. Loving, serving, and caring, working hard, and showing compassion, finding joy in everyday situations, the list goes on. We will use these tools as inspiration to go out and achieve amazing things, whether they impact the whole world or just one person's world. There is one Hannah Montana quote that was too good to pass up. You can learn to fly and you can chase your dreams. You can laugh and cry, but everybody knows you'll always find your way back home. Thank you to my family, friends, teachers, coaches, and loved ones that have made Richland a home I will never forget. Once a bomber, always a bomber. It is now my privilege to introduce the next speaker, who is one of my great friends. Now, will the real Shim Shady please stand up?
So, a little clarification, my name is actually Eddie Shim. That is just my rapper name. Unfortunately, I do not have a rap prepared today, but this speech is just as awesome. Okay, listen up. Welcome, friends and family, school faculty, esteemed guests, and of course, my parole officer. It is an honor to be here speaking to you all. We are not here to celebrate the end of high school, but the beginning of the next phase in our lives, adulthood. Wow, I'm so excited. Yeah, okay. Class of 2018, in honor of our time together coming to an end, I would like to dedicate this speech to just go down memory lane. So hold on to your seatbelts, you're going for a ride. On our first days as freshmen, we started out confident that we could pass with flying colors, maybe even too confident. While our grades plummeted, nevertheless, we danced our heart outs to Drake's Hotline Bling. But what about sophomore year? We were worried about that end-of-year biology test because all we knew was that the mitochondria was the powerhouse of the cell. And for the entirety of junior year, we were obsessed with the idea of college, piling on the SATs, ACTs, AP tests, AP Chem. Ooh. Only one more year, so close, yet so far. Before, college was only a distant thought. To think that there is life without parents is crazy to me. But look at us now. It's the end of our senior year. I'm not crying, you are. Okay. As we continue to ponder over our experiences during high school, I encourage each and every one of us to remember all of our weekend nights filled with laughter, the friendships that we made, and the life lessons learned, like the fact that no matter who ever tells you, your rough draft is always your final draft. Yeah! Thank you, everyone who has supported us to get this far. We love you as much as how hard high school was, so a lot. I'll leave you guys with this final thought. A wise friend once told me, class of 2018, it's been real, it's been fun, and don't forget where you come from. The Better High School of Richland, Washington. Thank you. And it is now my honor to introduce one of my greatest friends and also our class salutatorian, Marcia Kim.
Hi, first and foremost, I'd like to congratulate the class of 2018. The long-awaited day is finally here, and I can feel the anticipation and excitement in the room. Graduation is a time where two phases of our lives fuse together. The one we're about to let go of, and the one we're about to begin. So with that, I'd like to take this time to simply thank everyone who has shown great compassion and respect to us, not only as students, but as people. To the staff at Richland High, thank you. Teachers, administrators, and students alike all make Richland the place it is and make the Baumann family something real. Friends and family, thank you, for without your constant support, I wouldn't be here, and I know many of my classmates feel the same. I hope you all take the time to appreciate those who have helped you along the way. Once a bomber, always a bomber, so please take the compassion that you have received and spread it to others around you. Class of 2018, once again, congratulations, and I wish you the best of luck with whatever your future endeavors may be. Next up, I have the honor of introducing our 2018 class speaker. Not only has he taught many of us in his classes, but he has taught our school what it truly means to respect all and fear none. Please welcome Mr. Mike Neidhold.
Thank you. My name is Mike, and I like football. And I would like to have an honest conversation. Congrats on getting out, you guys. But you did not do this by yourself. You've had more help than you could possibly realize. And right now, what I need you to do is stand up and recognize all these people here tonight that came to celebrate you. Why don't you guys stand up and give them a hand? They certainly have deserved it. So, as you have walked the halls of Richland High School the past 4 years, you have been inundated by signs advertising everything from homecoming, ping pong club, football games, lacrosse sign-ups, college and military visits, the fall play, Tolo, the prom, the spring musical, Pearl Jam at Safeco Field on August 8th. That's not true. I made that up, but they are playing on August 8th, and I am going. And I am wearing a Pearl Jam shirt underneath this gown. But there is one sign that you've probably missed. And that sign that you've missed is everywhere at Richland High School. And it's been right in front of you for the last 4 years. You've missed it. Much like if you miss the sound of a train that goes by your house, if you live by the train tracks, the sound of the train goes by and you don't hear it anymore. You just sort of tune it out. It's like a boring lecture or maybe a boring speech. That sign that you've missed is love, serve, care. It's all over the halls and walls of Richland High School. And if I were to ask you what that looks like, the first two words are easy. Love. That's an easy one. You love your girlfriend. You kind of love your boyfriend. You love the fact that it's graduation night and you're done. You love your friends, your teammates, your friends, parents. The list of what you love is and should be endless. The second word is serve, and that's an easy one. Open the door for somebody. Do something at home without being told to do so. Just go out of your way for someone else every now and then and call it good. Now, care? All right, now, that's not quite so easy, because what does it look or mean like to care about something? It means that you have to give. It means giving. It means giving of yourself and your time. You have been given much these past 4 years, and everything in these past 4 years has been about you. And as you leave tonight as an alumni of Richland High School, it's time to understand that you must begin to give back to those that have given you so much. There is no better example of what it means to give than right next to you guys in the black robes on either side of you. I'm privileged to work with some of the most amazing people that I've met in my 59 years on this planet. You guys, the staff, are the example of what it means to give. Simon Wiesenthal may have said what it means to give better than anyone else. He says, you must always remember always to give to each other of everything you have. You must give foolishly even. You must be extravagant in your giving. You must give to all who come into your life, that nothing and no one shall have power to cheat you of anything. For if you give to a thief, he cannot steal from you, and he himself then is no longer a thief. So how can you learn to give? 3 things. Number 1, devote yourself to loving others. Number 2, devote yourself to the community around you, no matter where you end up after tonight. And number 3, devote yourself to creating something that gives you purpose and meaning. If you can do these 3 things, you will have learned to give back to those that have done so much for you and quite possibly never work a day in your life. I'll finish our time together with a message from an angel. It goes like this. In the time of your life, live, so that in good time there shall be no ugliness or death for yourself or for any life that your life touches. Seek goodness everywhere, and when it is found, bring it out of its hiding place. Let it be free and unashamed. In the time of your life, discover in all things that which shines and is beyond corruption. Encourage virtue in whatever heart it may have been driven into secrecy and sorrow by the shame and terror the world gives us. Ignore the obvious, for it is unworthy of the clear eye and the kind heart. In the time of your life, be inferior of no person, or of any person be superior of. Remember that every person is a variation of yourself. No person's guilt is not yours, nor is any person's innocence a thing apart. Have no shame in being kind and gentle. You are a soul. You have a soul. In the time of your life live, so that in this wondrous time you shall not add to the misery and to the sorrow of the world, but shall smile to the infinite delight and mystery of it. In the time of your life, class of 2018, know the difference between being committed and just interested. In the time of your life, class of 2018, respect all, fear none. In the time of your life, class of 2018, grab a rock and draw a line. Welcome to Richland. Let's go get them. I absolutely love you guys. Thank you for this honor tonight. Congratulations. I love you. It is my privilege to have Wendy Hendricks come up here and do her thing, I believe, for the foreign exchange kids.
All right, thanks, Mr. Neidhold. So I had the honor and privilege to work with our foreign exchange students this year. We had 9 students from 7 different countries. They spent their year immersing themselves into bomber activities, sports, and clubs. I think it's safe to say they all now feel as we do, once a bomber, always a bomber. I will now have each of them introduce themselves and let you know what country they are from.
I'm Timo Louis Saga. I'm from Paderborn, Germany.
Hello, my name is Max Hunego and I'm from the Netherlands.
My name is Liv Jodenbog Felmohaug and I'm from Norway. I'm Sofia Matilda Lindström and I'm from Sweden.
I'm Anna Luther and I'm from Germany.
I'm Elise Baumann and I'm from the Netherlands, and I just want to thank everybody for this awesome year.
My name is Irina Kalashnik and I'm from Ukraine. Go Bombers!
I'm Pablo Hurtado Parazza and I'm from Spain.
We also had one student who had to leave us early. Her name was Nino, and she was from the country of Georgia. So we can give her a round of applause, too. It is now my pleasure to introduce our principal, Mr. Tim Prano.
This year, we are celebrating our second AVID class at graduation. We had 25 students that are going to be first-generation college students and their families. Can I have those 25 students stand up, please, right now? These 25 students have earned, keep standing, you keep standing, you guys aren't going anywhere. These 25 students have earned $1,075,457 in scholarships. These students have shown the persistence and grit that will help them succeed in college beyond. Great job. We talk a lot about love, serve, and care. This next group of students, I have about 30 of them out there with red cords on. that donated over 4 units of blood to the Red Cross in their high school career. Could those 30 students please stand right now? Serving our community in time of need. Great job. This next group, our military recognition. These students will be dedicating the next few years to the United States Armed Forces. The experiences you have in the military will shape you for many years to come. You will learn how to react quickly during high stress and life and death situations, and rely on your training to help people through traumatic events. And there will be many opportunities to further your education. Our military class of 2018. Students, when I say your name, please stand and remain standing until I get through all 14 names here. Nicholas Buss, Marines, reports August 20th, San Diego, California. Bailey Keys, Air Force, reports August of 2018, San Antonio, Texas. Theodore Lai, Marines, an NROTC scholarship. Jax Lee, Air Force, September 2018, Air Force Academy, Colorado Springs. Solomon Martin, Marines, November 2018, San Diego, California. Ashley Noren, Air Force, August 14th, San Antonio, Texas. Tyler Northrup, Army, July 30th, Fort Benning, Georgia. Addison Pollock, Navy, August 21st, Great Lakes, Illinois. Ada Polson, Army National Guard, August 5th, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Juan Polito, Army, June 27th, Fort Benning. Riley Smith, Navy, July 5th, Great Lakes, Illinois. Maxim Tarasuk, Army, National Guard, July 25th, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Brittany Watts, Air Force, August 21st, San Antonio, Texas. Adam Weisenfels, Navy, September 2018, U.S. Naval Academy, Annapolis, Maryland. Taylor Wood, Army National Guard, June 11th, Fort Jackson, South Carolina. Please give these 14 young men and ladies a standing ovation for they're going to go serve our country. Graduates, I want you to know that I'm very proud of you, and you have imprinted a place in my heart and this incredible staff that worked with you each day. It was very apparent today as the staff formed a tunnel, as they did when you were freshmen, to clap you out of Richland High. Emotions were flowing from both teachers and students, and it was absolutely breathtaking. To the parents and guardians and loved ones of these fantastic young adults, I want to thank you. Thank you for entrusting your child, your student, into our care at Richland High. You have so much to be proud of. Now, please join me in welcoming our superintendent, Dr. Rick Schulte.
Bombers, family, faculty, and friends, on behalf of the Richland School District's Board of Directors, I hereby certify that these students have met the graduation requirements of the State of Washington and the Richland School District and are now eligible to receive the diploma of Richland High School. I now present to you the graduates of the Richland High School class of 2018.
Does it work?
Can you help? Oh, it's on. Okay.
You start.
Are you ready? Okay. Lacey 2V Abrams.
Lonnie 2 Van Abrams.
Ethaniel Adam Adamian.
Austin Buckmaster Adams.
Connor Joseph Adcock.
Elise Stephanie Adkisson.
Maxwell Zamin Arndt.
Connor Jackson Allen.
Trevor Thomas Allwine.
Daisy Alvarez. Daisy Alvarez.
Shane D. Amadon.
Cooper Scott Anderson.
Curtis James Anderson.
Jonathan Lawrence Anderson.
Brandy Christine Andrews.
Katie Janae Andrus. Paul Samuel Angiano.
Liliana Monique Arambul.
Christina Arias.
Kelsey Lynn Louise Ashley.
Talia Ray Avery.
Christopher Franklin Bailey.
Jordan Riley Baker.
Trevor Thomas Allwine. Noah Evan Baker.
Jordan Riley Baker.
Noah Evan Baker.
Jesus Leobardo Baltazar.
Hannah Hope Bainey.
Isaac Emmanuel Barton.
Cameron Evan Bates.
Jack Joseph Allen.
Rachel Marie Baumann.
Jasmine Bautista.
Mason Abraham Bautista.
Levi Richard Baxter.
Molly Elizabeth Baylor.
Sir Anthony Charles Beatty.
Kyle Thomas Bomir.
Wyatt Eugene Beck.
Christian David Becker.
Michael Klein Bell.
Alexis Marie Bennett.
Meg Rianne Bayo.
Christian Kenneth Berry.
Micah Jesse Birch.
Becca Ellen Binns.
I do.
James Devin Bishop.
Aubrey Faith Bishop.
Abigail Catherine Bisterfelt.
Kate Blotter.
Keely Paki Bayani Bosley.
Maisie Kyla Bowles.
Cade Gerald Bradford.
Emma Jade Branson.
Gavin Hank Brasker.
Hunter Jordan Brovenick.
Jonathan Michael Xavier Brightman.
Michaela Stacy Britton.
Cole Elijah Brooks.
Amanda Danielle Brown.
Sidney Garrett Bryan.
Lane Michael Buchanan.
Alexis Lynn Buckmeyer.
Trinity Denise Burke.
Anna Bell Burr.
Nicholas Tyler Buss.
Brandon Benjamin Byers.
Megan Jean Calloway.
Miranda Renee Camacho.
Sydney Claire Campton.
Absidy Millette Cardenas. Absidy Millette Cardenas.
Erin Allison Carruthers.
Owen Stephen Carter.
Michaela Ann Carver.
Juan Samuel Cervantes.
Caleb Lee Chapman.
Kobe Stephen Chapman.
Ada Chin.
Karnveer Singh Choker.
Ryan Ray Childs.
McKinley George Chin.
Lily Jennifer Christensen.
Jonathan Henry Clements.
Isabella Marie Cohen.
Victoria Lynn Cole.
Clarissa Isabel Cohn.
Alexia Brienne Contreras.
Josie Elizabeth Corbin.
Alicia Simone Corbury Dury.
Kyle Francis Corrigan.
Jana Marie Coyle.
Chandra Elizabeth Creech.
Madeline Renee Crippen.
Weston Charles Dahl.
Caitlin Jean Davenport.
Zachary Stephen Davis.
Jacob William DeCourcy.
Lindsay Ann DeCourcy.
Atalia Deja De Leon.
Shauna Marie De Lorenzo.
Annie Lauren De Luna.
Carly Elizabeth De Luna.
Journey Lynn Dewey.
Benjamin Morris December.
Sarah Andre Avena Deek.
Michaela Lynn Dilger.
Bashir Dilsey.
Keaton R. Dixon.
Haley Nicole Doncaster.
Dylan Lee Dorimas.
Timothy Antolovich Doroschuk. Thank you.
Taylor Randy Dover.
Reese Michael Driver.
Mariamu Ducare.
Elias Fabian Duran.
Kimberly Renee Ellis.
Kylie June Engelhard.
Anna Marie Estes.
Brandon Scott Ekstrom.
Kaylee Marie Fairchild.
Joel Farias.
Connor John Fauché.
Abigail Jacqueline Falk.
Esri Jordan Felix.
Anna Fesser.
Miriam Shoyen Fesser.
Gilberto Elias Figueroa.
Ulana V. Fisenko.
Tyler McKinley Fishback.
Nicholas Blaine Conrad.
Tanea Danae Flores.
Madeline Marie Flowers.
Brianna Forrester.
Samantha Renee Freeman.
Fisher Joseph Fox. Regan Bullen Fulton.
Isabella Audrey Lee Funk.
Solomon Howard Thomas Martin.
Brianna Lee Gaines.
Santos Gabriel Gallegos.
Caitlin Suzanne Galvan.
Alexandra Bailey Gangle.
Annalicia Garcia.
Cody Ray Garcia.
Carson Thomas Garland.
Kaylee Marie Garrison Arrett.
Isaiah Christian Gary Plummer.
Tatum Taylor Goff.
Piper Jade Gearhart.
Maxwell Merlin Gellner.
Hannah Charlene Hansen.
Ashlyn Morgan Giles.
Lillian Grace Glodo.
Christopher Mark Hahn.
Nathan Levi Haggard.
Khalees.
Austin Michael Hall.
Khalees Louise Hammond.
McCall Jessica Hansen.
Julia Joyce Hardy.
Mason Brian Harmon.
Brittany Leanne Hara.
Septembre Harrison.
Parker Larson Harrison.
Molly Jean Harding.
Megan Frances Haugen.
Quinn Thomas Wesley Houghton.
Braden Michael Hayworth.
Madeline Carol Haney.
Wade Jeffrey Heaton.
Matthew Cameron Hedquist.
Sydney Nicole Heidegger.
Jasmine Marie Heineman.
Marcos Alejandro Hernandez.
Logan Jacob Herrick.
Lene Nicole Hexum.
Esther Marguerite Hillebrandt.
Ryan Matthew Hiller.
Grace Jaden Hipke.
Mackay Paul Hirschman.
Sydney Noel Haft.
Braden William Hogue.
Madeline Sedona Hoke.
Ryle Bracken Hollick.
Kaylee Ann Holston.
Emma Kaylin Hoover.
Lakota Rose Housemaestus.
Grant Michael Howard.
Michaela Joy Howard.
Nolan Zachary House.
Michael John Hughes.
Travis Holes.
Jimena Infante.
Logan Noel Aline Jackson.
Austin Michael Jarecki.
Cade Richard Jensen.
Alondra Jimenez.
Yvette Elisa Jimenez.
Aspen Kayanne Johnson.
Eric Christian Johnson.
Haley Ann Johnson.
Kyle Robert Johnson.
Vincent N. Johnson.
Ashton Jones.
Peyton Rebecca Jones.
Chloe Kaliko Lay Mo Milani Kavai Pua.
Bailey Starr Keys.
Austin Harley Keck.
Shyla Monet Key.
Ethan Joseph King.
Marcia Kim.
Mackenzie. No,
Joanna.
Joanna Marie Kins.
Mackenzie Therese Canary.
McKenna Marie Cobalter.
Sandra Kobe Essa.
Megan Marie Kolsler.
Juliana Lori Kropla.
Gita Hannah Krieg. Ethan Charles Krug.
Jocelyn Anastasia Claire Labatt.
Theodore. No.
Jocelyn Anastasia Claire Labatt.
Theodore Patrick Bly.
Jordan Robert Lane.
Amarani Lara Andrade.
Edgar Joseph Larios Vargas.
Charles Patrick Leahy.
Alexis Nicole Lee.
Jacoby William Lee.
Carissa Renee Lankersdorfer.
Coley Isabel Levin.
Natalie Lichtenhahn.
Kira Shea Lacar.
Ebony Tanisha Little.
Clarissa Renee Lopez.
Esmeralda Lopez.
Alexander Brian Losi.
Amanda Liu.
Adriana Kristen Lucci.
Sega Hilva McDuff.
Evangeline Alethea Madsen.
Kelsey Nicole Malcolm.
Jenna May Malley.
Madison Leah Manley.
Parker Jordan Manley.
Grant Allen Manthe.
Gavin Michael March.
Lindsay K. Martell.
Desiree Monique Martinez.
Deanna Martushucheva.
Michaela Rose Mason.
Serenity Ivory Mason.
Christian David Matheson.
Anthony Daniel Morrow.
Nathan Orion May.
Rachel Alicia McBrayer Scott.
Tyler Jacoby McBride.
Parker Lynn McCary.
Kate Jane McCleary.
Rhett Samuel McCullough.
Emily Ann McDonald.
Delaney McEwen.
Chandler Thomas McGowan.
Connor Patrick McShane.
Jocelyn Brenna Medina.
Joshua Alexander Mendoza.
Sophia Elizabeth Mendoza.
Naomi Michelle Menetro.
Derek Lyle Merkley.
Melinda Merrill.
Carly S. Michaelis.
Christian McCoy Meach.
Dakota James Miller.
Ryan Ashley Miller.
Patricia Dawn Mills.
Chloe Lynn Mitchell.
Maya Alexandria Mitchell Spurline.
Mary Pearl Middlestat.
Logan James Manoyan.
Madison Bell Morgan.
Chase Lane Mooney. Madeline Catherine Morris.
Garrett Dale Morrow.
Taraya de Erica Moss. Taraya de Erica Moss.
Jeffrey J. Mucha.
Rukia Muia.
Ty C. Navari.
Humberto Stefan Navarro.
Jerome Charles Nyhold III.
Daniel Ross Nelson.
Armando Niponsueno Sanchez. Niponoseno Sanchez.
Phoenix Ryan Newcomb.
Bailey Marie Newton.
Brandon Hung Wynn.
Brandon Ryan Nichols.
Christopher Ray Nilsson.
Timothy Kyle Nilsson.
Brandon Dwayne Nix.
Peyton Alexa Nodine.
Hannah Rose Nordquist.
Ashley Marie Norin.
Tyler Jonathan Northrup.
Eric Dean Obermeyer.
Christopher C.J. O'Connor.
Emily Irene O'Connor.
Samuel George Ogilvie.
Hannah Mae Oldson.
Jackson Kinney Olson.
Jasmine Renee Ortega.
Cynthia Therese D. Ortiz.
Mariah Valerie Ortiz.
Benson Malcolm Osler.
Bailey Alexis Ozuna.
Aaron Marshall Pardue.
Tyler Matthew Parker.
Allie Lynn Parnell.
Dawson James Parrish.
Brandon Thomas Patton.
Simon Hunter Pearson.
Paige Marie Peterson.
Casey Bryant Perryman.
Rebecca Ann Phipps.
Jason Scott Petrock.
Ryan Parker Denpiper.
Addison William Pollock.
Ada Dale Polson.
Braden Michael Powell.
Devin Kyler Powell.
Kesley Brooke Powell.
Matthew Norman Price.
Juan Nathaniel Polito.
Connor Patrick Rasmussen.
McCall Marie Redden.
Lillian Jade Noel Reynolds.
Kayla Ruth Reinhardt.
Caleb Kent Richter.
Tanner Douglas Ricketts.
Danielle Cayenne Ringo.
Aiden Alexander Roberts.
Ashley Ann Sophia Rives.
Isabella Josefina Marie Robertson.
Steele Chasen Roberts.
Giovanna Elisa Rodriguez Pano.
Kylie Brianne Rollison.
Colton Michael Roney.
Bailey Christine Roy.
Caleb Brian Rundell.
Alyssa Ann Rusher.
Trey Robert Salinas.
Kayana Ava Samafua.
Shay Devin Sandland.
Abby Lee Scalise.
Claire Sophia Schaaf.
Skylar Corianne Schwezo.
Haley Christina Shaw.
Walker Moreno Shefchek.
Edward Shim.
Mason Hunter Ship.
Logan William Schreck.
Gavin William Sievers.
Gavin Riley Silguero.
Justin Michael Sim.
Grace Elise Simonson.
Jaden Everest Scoy de la Cruz.
Tyler Jacob Slade.
Cody Hugh Sloan.
Abigail Lorraine Smith.
Devin Jack Smith.
Douglas New Connor Smith.
Eric Andrew Smith.
Carly Jean Smith.
Riley Keenan Smith.
Lacey Leather Marie Soar.
Maya Star Soforino.
Micaiah Grace Soames.
June Song.
Riley Michael Sorn.
Wyatt Harrison Spafford.
Sharice Nicole Spencer. Michael James Sproles. Michael James Sproles.
Isabel Ann Stallcup.
Jared Justin Stansel.
Jacob Henry Stanfield.
Jordan Ann Stoffer.
Haley Maurice Stevens.
Anthony Taylor Stone.
Victor William Strasser.
Mackenzie Ann Suing. Maxim T. Tarasuk.
Madison Cheyenne Tamburello. Chase Morgan Thompson.
Natalie Lou Timmons.
Jesse Reed Todd.
Ariana Michaela Torrey.
Michelle Lynn Trung.
Amy Lone Van.
Jared Michael Mark Van Dyne.
Brendan Tyler Vertner.
Zachary Ryan Villanueva.
Elise Jasmine Villasenor.
Carl Vernon Valmer.
Jake Garrett Vordeport.
Carson Vore.
Ryan Allen Wade Wagger.
McKenna Ray Wakely.
Mina Beth Wangsgard.
Justice Dean Warnick.
Veronica Colleen Warren.
Carrington Michelle Watson.
Brittany Mariah Watts.
Taryn Rianne Webb.
Drake Stephen Weeks.
Carson Lee Weeks.
Adam Douglas Weisenfels.
Kyler Christian Welch.
Madison Kaylee Weld.
Jared Joshua Whitby.
Willow Grace Whitney.
Sierra Autumn Whitson.
Alyssa Nicholas Whittington. Alyssa Nicholas Whittington.
Janae Nicole Weidman.
Carly Ann Williams.
Caitlin Ann Williams.
Katie May Williams.
Sierra Sky Williamson.
Kobe Tyler Wilson.
Rachel Samantha Wilson.
Madison Hope Wurtzberger.
Jake Robert Whisker Shen.
Jacob Riley Wood.
Taylor Louise Woods.
Harper Aaron Workman.
Alexander Cedric Young.
Benjamin Scott Ziemba.
Ludmila Vitalivna Zinchuk.
Trey Vincent Zorich.
That's it?
Class of 2018, will you please rise? As our last act together, will you please join us in moving your tassels from the right side to the left? 1, 2, congratulations!